This is what happened. I don't know if it was 15 years ago with the Mavericks. And we were in Dallas, and we were invited over to shoot. There was going to be a shoot around. And I think it was like 2003, 2004 when I was there. And we did a show there at the Mavs facility. And Mark Cuban came over. So we had fun there in Dallas. And Mark was always accommodating. And I think they were facing the Lakers. And Shaq was there. And so we went down there and did a show. And then, I thought, well, it'd be great to go shoot around the practice facility. So I asked Mark Cuban, I said, can I go shoot around prior to practice? He said, yeah. So I get into a shooting contest with Avery Johnson, who was on the Mavs. And then all of a sudden, Nick Van Exel is chirping as, Avery never missed like a 18-footer. So we're playing horse. And Avery I want to take him outside to three-point range, and he takes me inside to the 18-footer. And he doesn't miss. So I'm holding on for dear life. But I'm trying to show that, hey, I can shoot. I can shoot with these guys. And then all of a sudden, Nowitzki comes in, and there's this big staircase that he came down to the practice facility. And all of a sudden, you just hear, the circus is in town. And then I went, you know what? Why don't you just watch for a little while here, Dirk? So I think that I'm putting on this shooting clinic for Dirk Nowitzki, who's one of the greatest shooters of all time. Like, hey, I'm going to show you, punk. And then, so when he said, you're obviously still holding on to that 15 years later. Yes, Eden.
Would you have been able to handle like Dirk was just talking about how the locker room is brutal and everybody's talking trash the whole time, but it's all pretty good-natured. Yeah. Do you think you would be able to handle that?
If I was...
Like always talking trash like that and like sort of like, because you get competitive.
Oh, but I would get competitive in the trash-talking department. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's your teammate, it's different because you're just having fun. I think it's good-natured. Whereas if you're going to kid somebody else, then there might be a little truth in everybody kidding. So, Kevin Durant is kidding with C.J. McCollum, but there's truth in there. Hey, you guys played like an 8th seed. Hey, you have no chance of winning a championship.
Because you're not winning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
that's pretty true.
I think they have fun. I think his teammates have fun with Dirk Nowitzki. The fact that they're calling him 7 because LeBron's going to pass him on the all-time scoring list. You're kidding with him, but you're still 7th on the all-time scoring list of everybody who's ever played this game. If you want to give me grief, like, hey, Mr. Runner-up for, 10 times in the Sports Emmy, okay, I'm all right with that. I'm runner-up 10 times to Bob Costas.
He's telling him to go to YouTube.
I know.
It's so awesome.
I know. Hey, you might want to go to YouTube and look at this dunk I had. And the fact that you have kids who are like Luka Doncic was not born when, Dirk started playing. Probably born that year. Dennis Smith Jr. They have no idea what Dirk did. They probably just look at the numbers and look at him, barely getting up and down the floor. Yeah, Paul.
And with trash talk, I think it's who says it more than what's said. Like, let's say we were down at the Sports Emmys and Bob Costas came up and said, hey, guys, enjoy second place.
Yeah.
That's funny because we have a relationship with Bob. But if someone we didn't know, some big-time announcer, let's say that, Dan, you didn't know and we didn't know, hey, look at the guys that Pat you. Enjoy second place. You're, whoa. We don't know you. I think it'd be who says it, not more than what's said.
Yeah. If it's somebody that we don't like and then they say it, that's different than if it's, somebody we have a relationship with. All right, so that's my Dirk Nowitzki story. I don't know if I really held on to it, but every time we talk about Dirk, I always say, the circus is in town. Yes, Paulie.
You're leaving some stuff out on this one because you were having a shooting contest that took quite a while because you and Avery weren't missing. And they were waiting to start their walkthrough, and everyone's just kind of sitting there in the other half of the court. And then here comes, was it Summer Sanders?
The inside stuff people?
Stuff. So they got a camera crew, and they're waiting to do a piece. And every time you and Avery would hit another shot, Dirk would go, "Aye, come on!" Like you could hear him just not even under his breath, like, over his breath, like, "Come on."
But I always think of Die Hard when I think of Dirk because he's sort of got finish him off.
Shoot the glass.
Yeah, Avery, shoot the glass. Shoot it off the glass, Avery.
Finish him. Radio boy.
And then I remember Avery Johnson hits a jumper from the corner, and Nick Van Exel goes, "Start the bus," I think. Like we're getting out, let's go, start the bus, get the talking hairdo out of here. And then I hit the shot as it's going in, and I said something like, I said something to Nick Van Exel, like, not turn off the bus or something stupid. Like I'm getting into back and forth with Nick Van Exel. Because Van Exel's dismissing me. I'm like, hey, dude, come on. Nick can still, he could shoot. But, it's like, hey, this is me against Avery. You want a piece of me?
Though.
Huh?
He didn't step up, though, did he?
No,
Nick Van Exel?
because these guys all had something to lose. And then after I lose to Avery, I get into a shooting contest with Rolando Blackman. And he was the assistant coach, and he lost. Now, we were just shooting threes, and he lost. So I'm like, all right, there. I came out with a little bit of dignity here because Blackman's one of the better shooters, one of the great shooters of all time, obviously. But he went down in flames.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.